Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. Shattered glass and broken doors set the scene at the Swift Current Mall on Monday. As we near the end of June, the 2017 crop is now sown across the province. You're encouraged to drop by the West Wing Gallery in Swift Current and view the latest exhibition, A Rightful Place, the Face of Saskatchewan Newcomers. Thanks for joining us here today. RCMP continued their investigation into a break-in at the Swift Current Mall earlier this week. We have more in today's top story. Shattered glass and broken doors set the scene at the Swift Current Mall on Monday, as the RCMP were called in to investigate an early morning break into the mall and theft from People's Jewelers. And as the RCMP continue to search for the suspects involved, they've released security footage and the following details.
We received a call, actually it was from staff who were attending work at another business. They arrived at the mall obviously to see the doors smashed on the north entrance. Our members attended and determined that a vehicle had actually ran through the doors, accessed the mall, and gone to another business where they ran the security screen. There was then two male subjects and a female suspect who entered that business and took an undisclosed amount of property from the business, climbed back into the truck and drove back out the same way they came in.
He further adds that the truck used in the robbery on Monday was actually stolen from another business in Swift Current and later recovered by the RCMP near the Living Sky Casino. Now, as the RCMP used evidence collected at the scene of the crime and from the stolen truck, he asked that anyone having information on the suspects or the incident itself to contact the Swift Current RCMP or Saskatchewan Crime Stoppers. For over 12 years, Southwest TV News has provided the visuals for the defining moments in our community. Support your community and help us to continue our work. Support our sponsors by watching the ads on YouTube and by clicking the ads on our website. Pennies per click, which will help us continue to bring you the award-winning news coverage you've come to expect from Southwest TV News. Celebrate Canada's 150, the Cowboy Way. Frontier Days in Swift Current is an exciting lineup of grandstand entertainment, June 28th through July 1st, including the Washboard Union, the CCA Rodeo and Cabaret, and the grand finale with Sawyer Brown and Aaron Goodman. Get your tickets today from the Swift Current Ag&X office or PharmaSave. The 79th Annual Frontier Days in Swift Current, June 28th through July 1st. With seeding now completed across the province, Saskatchewan producers are hoping for more rain in the forecast. As we near the end of June, the 2017 crop is now sown across the province, and Saskatchewan producers are keeping their eyes on the sky for rain clouds, as moisture will be key in the coming weeks for crop development and hayfields.
Certainly, we started off the seeding year quite wet in most of the province. But we have had very strong winds, of course, some very warm temperatures as well. That has certainly dried up a lot of that topsoil moisture. So in a lot of cases, crops are germinating and emerging very slowly. Things just really aren't moving along as quickly as we would like. And in much of the south, even the subsoil has also started to really dry down. So a lot of crops and hay fields just aren't able to reach any moisture down below. And of course, nothing's coming from above either.
And with moisture levels much lower this year than the same time frame in 2016, various insects are also being noticed on certain crops.
Well, we are seeing higher levels of insects such as cutworms and flea beetles. Cutworms are much more cyclical, so we did kind of expect that we would have some issues this year. But for flea beetles, we are seeing higher levels, mainly due to the warm, dry conditions. A lot of that crop has been just sitting in the ground for a long time, and it hasn't advanced enough that those insects aren't a problem anymore. So they've had plenty of weeks of good feeding weather and conditions as well.
The short-term forecast for the Swift Current area is calling for sunshine and temperatures in the mid-20-degree range.
The Cypress Hills Interprovincial Park is a popular destination for tourists throughout the summer months. Guests from around the world come to the park to be one with nature and enjoy the many amenities from camping, hiking trails, and more.
There's nothing quite so pretty as the hills that shouldn't be.
Imagine a destination where you can enjoy world-class dining and unique accommodations. Take a leisurely stroll through streets filled with rich history while browsing for that perfect gift. Buy fresh produce from the farmers market and enjoy a range of cultural events while stepping back in time to learn more about Canada's Old West. Your summer destination is awaiting you in Maple Creek. For event listings and all things Maple Creek, visit our website. Saskatchewan newcomers are at the center of a photography exhibition now on display at the West Wing Gallery here in Swift Current. We bring you some of the highlights in this report. You're encouraged to drop by the West Wing Gallery in Swift Current and view the latest exhibition, A Rightful Place, the Face of Saskatchewan Newcomers. The project is a collaboration between Commonweal Community Arts in Regina, numerous art galleries, and newcomer welcome centers across the province. 3 newcomers from Swift Current are featured in the exhibition, each sharing their personal stories of moving to Canada and settling into a new life here in the Southwest. Heba News has lived in Swift Current for 15 months. She and her family were the first Syrians to arrive in the community. Enrolled in the ESL program and making new friends in the city, she was glad to be a part of the Commonweal project to share her story.
Canada, opening especially for the Syrian refugee, the program. It's so good for us because here it's safe and my kids can, study at the school and we can do everything here we want, like work, build home, everything, like my home. We hope to be the Canadian people here.
While for others, like Agnes Field of Latvia, her move west was one of love, as she met her husband here in Canada. Now 10 years later and living in Swift Current, her son is enrolled in French immersion school, and she's enjoying the Canadian lifestyle and all of its benefits.
Yes, I've been a citizen almost 2 years, but for the last time I went home was 3.5 years ago. So I haven't really traveled with Canadian passport yet. And this summer I'm traveling with my kids alone, and so I thought it would be great to have travel with the same passports. So this is the first time traveling with Canadian passport. And when I had to do online check-in, it was kind of weird. When it said nationality, I had to think about it because, okay, who am I now? Am I Latvian? Am I Canadian? Am I both? And I realized that the beautiful thing about Canada is that being Canadian doesn't mean you are the same race, ethnicity, culture. You could be anyone, just belong to this country.
Catherine Brandes-Aguilar left her job as vice president of a major bank in the Philippines 8 years ago, seeking a better life for her children. Now fully immersed in the community with a job at Innovation Credit Union, volunteering at her church, and sitting on the board with the Southwest Multicultural Council, and having her eldest son enrolled at the U of S, Catherine is glad she made the move to Canada.
In fact, I'm quite thankful to the organizers like the Commonweal because this project seemed to be more of an eye-opener, or it gives the community that we belong to, the immigrants, a better perspective of what we are, where we came from, and the struggles of leaving our country and settling in a new one. So, and of course, the joys of being here.
A Rightful Place, the Face of Saskatchewan Newcomers, is on display at the West Wing Gallery on the exhibition grounds in Swift Current until July 23rd.
I believe
Market Square is a summer tradition in downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Drop by Market Square every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Proudly presented by the City of Swift Current, Standard Motors, Innovation Credit Union, and Southwest TV News. Celebrate Canada's 150 the Cowboy Way with Frontier Days in Swift Current. Enjoy the kickoff pancake breakfast and burning of the Frontier Days brand. Meet your friends along the route of the Canada 150 Let's Celebrate Parade. Enjoy the excitement of the Midway, livestock shows, indoor displays, and family fun zone, featuring an array of free entertainment, including the Kids Wild West Show. And look to the sky for the breathtaking Canada 150 fireworks. The 79th Annual Frontier Days in Swift Current, June 28th through July 1st. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at southwesttvnews.com. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.